going on YouTube? So I just got done watching this interview with Owen Wilson, I believe his name is, or yeah, something like that. Owen Wilson, Jalen Wilson, some Wilson. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about what is a man, masculinity, and things like that, and what's wrong with our black community. And man, he made such valid points to where I love watching interviews. I watch a lot of interviews, um, not like rappers and stuff, but stuff that could bring positivity to my mindset. It helped me change my mindset. So, um, like I said, he was talking about like masculinity and how to treat your woman and things like that, and what's going on in today's culture, and even beforehand from great grandfathers, um, just going through things and having these young men unguided, misguided, and letting media lead our young black men, and that's why you have such a disconnect today with the older generation and the younger generation. See, the older generation is supposed to get a younger generation a game, but the younger generation stopped wanting to listen, and so as well as the old heads, they just kind of went on their own route, and they got to the point to where it was like, shit, you know, ain't nobody really give me the game. So as time progressed, the past gave the game to the future a lot less. So basically, what I'm saying is, my great great grandfather maybe told my grandfather taught my grandfather a lot less, and then my grandfather taught my dad a lot less, and so now it's just a pyramid of you know of lack of information and giving a lack of knowledge. I have a great dad. I had a good dad. I mean, I have a good dad. Great man, great person, good personality. But was I taught everything I needed to know as a young man? I wasn't, and there was a lot of things I had to learn on my own. And I had to also understand that, from watching the interview, I had to understand that it was a reason for that. I had to understand there was a reason for that, as I was saying. So man, look, you go through things, and you eventually have to break that chain. You have to break that mold. You have to get out of that, man. Because if you're not teaching your child something, like me, I kind of I'm in a bad position with my kid's mother to where I don't really have the luxury to teach my son the things I know. So I buy books and I write stuff down. So when I pass on and he gets older, he'll be able to read that stuff. You know what I mean? And the thing about that is, you have to be careful with who you lay down with, who you have kids with, because you can have a father with a great mindset, and you can have a mother with a bad mindset who thinks she's a good mother, but she's really a huge detriment to the kids. Huge detriment. The thing is, you exit. Look, I don't care what nobody say. A man's and this is for a daughter and a son. A man is just as important in being in their child's life as the mother. Just as important, you know. And we have a lack of um, uh, we have a lack of understanding that nowadays, and that's why we grow up and our black men are in prison. Our black men are being killed and don't know how to present themselves because they lack knowledge. You know what I mean? And Mr. Wilson, he was just talking about like just not being able to tap in with the younger generation, not being able to see a black man. You see another black man, and instead of saying, "Hey, how you doing, my brother?" I'm mugging you. I'm looking at you crazy. I'm sizing you up. You know what I mean? So nowadays, like even nowadays, man, I don't do that no more. I look at you, man. Look? You gonna stare at me, brother? I'm gonna speak. Whether you speak back or not, that's solely up to you. But hey, how you doing, my brother? How your day going? What's going on, boss? I speak. I'm not. We gotta break that stereotype, man, because we don't look at a white man like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll sit here and we'll treat each other like shit, and then a white man walk through, white woman walk through, and all of a sudden you know how to talk, you know how to show respect, you know how to present yourself. All of a sudden, we done got in that climate to where the media built us up to break one another down and to say, hey, treat your brother like this. We need these rappers to promote this type of stuff so y'all can keep killing each other. And, the less of y'all it is, the better it is for us. You know what I mean? The more y'all in prison, the better it is for us. So it's just a full circle type thing, man. And if we don't get it together and start, number one thing is giving each other affirmations, man. What Mr. Wilson was talking about, and that was big, man. Like, we got to start, you know, giving each other credit where credit is due. If you see a black man doing good, hey, brother, you doing good, man. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. But you don't, black men don't want to, they call that, like Charlemagne said, they call that dick riding. You giving another man a compliment, are you dick riding? Why you, that's because that person, this was said in the interview, that's because that person never got his affirmations or got complimented on his successes. So he's going to block the other man's, he's going to block that next man's success. You know what I mean? And the mindset we have, man, it's horrible with one another. And it's sad, man. And it's like, how can you grow out of that? How can you get past this, man? How can you do better with our women on top of that, man? Because we got to lead our women the right way. We got to really show our women we care. And if we can't do that, nobody else will, man. They just these people don't understand our culture. They think they understand our culture. They think they understand who we are, but they don't walk in our shoes every day. Just because you see a white girl with braids in her head, or she got the booty Botox stuff, just because you see a white girl like that don't mean she know how a black woman is living. They don't live our lives. They don't live our culture. They could never comprehend the stuff we go through. They can't even comprehend having a conversation with us. They don't even. You could go up to a white person, you could talk about racism, and they'll get so upset and so mad as soon as you bring up racism, because they know what's up, man. They know they know that type of conversation will expose everything that America has been built on. You know what I mean? And our ancestors built America off top. America would not be what it is today had our ancestors not given up all those free years and decades, centuries of slaving, picking cotton, being whipped, buck breaking, raping our women, selling kids, selling their kids off. You know what I mean? We lack so much compassion for one another, man, but we give every other race compassion. We give every other race man, what you call it in the streets, man? I ain't been in the streets so long. A pass. We give every other race a pass. Like, man, I'm gonna let them make it. I could have a group of niggas that come jump me just because of my skin color and I'm walking down the street, but I see a white man walking down the street, they not gonna do nothing because they fear the consequences. Because the justice system has it to where if you do something to a white man as a black man, your consequences are going to be more severe than you doing that to yourself. You know what I mean? And that's why we do each other the way we do, man. Because we didn't have the generations. They just lack that cohesiveness. The male emotion. We don't know how to show our emotions the right way. Mr. Wilson was talking about that too. We don't know how to show our emotions the right way, man. We bottle in. You see a dude get emotional, man, stop crying. Stop crying, man. I used to tell my son that. I won't ever tell my son that no more again. I used to be like, man, stop crying. Stop doing all that crying, man. You know what I mean? But now I understand that, it's good for not only kids to cry, but for men to cry to get those emotions out, man. Because suppressed emotions lead to violence, domestic abuse. A man who can't control his emotions and things like that, 9 times out of 10, they hitting on their woman. And I can speak on that because I have put my hands on a woman before because I was emotionally unavailable and I didn't know how to control my emotions. And, um, you know, I was just going through all kinds of stuff, man. We gotta get it together, man. We gotta break these habits. We gotta break these molds with one another, man. We gotta be able to, as black men, sit down and talk amongst one another and figure out what's going on. When we see each other, we need to speak. Hey, brother, how you doing? You have a good day. You know what I mean? And not only, I say that to our counterparts, our white counterparts. I tell everybody, man. I call everybody brother. It don't matter your race. Hey, brother, you have a good day. I call everybody brother. You know what I mean? Because it's that cohesiveness. Because at the end of the day, but before our skin color was men, after being a man, you're black or you're white. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, man, you got to be able to affirm one another, talk to one another, be able to go to one another and be like, hey, brother, how you doing? You good? Because a lot of black men, they have a lot of stuff bottled up inside, and they're not gonna say nothing because their homies will be like, "Oh, bro, you weak, you unemotional, and this don't nobody want to hear all that," and that's what leads to us treating each other the way we do. It's bottled up. So instead of, you know, showing love and compassion towards one another, we show hate and aggression. You know what I mean? And it's just a cycle, and it's gonna keep going until guys understand that it's time to really break that cycle, man. It's time to break that cycle. It's time to reconstruct our culture. And once we do that, man, we can go so far. Once we start showing these women how important they are and showing them how loved they should be, and we start treating them right, and we start putting them, I'm not gonna say put them on a pedestal, but we raise our standards for them. You know what I mean? Till we heal our women, because what we fail to realize as men is we help heal our women. We are to heal our women. Our women can heal themselves, but once they heal themselves, that's when they become independent. That's when them strong women say, "Hey, I don't need a man." Once you let them women heal themselves, that's why you have this feminist movement and stuff like that. These women that's been hurt, a man that fixed it, they fixed it themselves. You know what I mean? A man caused the problem, and a woman sought out herself to fix it. So, man, look, you gotta start, man. You gotta start blessing these women. You gotta start loving these women, and really, letting them know that they're loved, so they could, grow with us, man. Because once the black man and the black woman grow back together, back in the, I believe, like 60s, 70s, man, so much can happen, man. There's a lot of beautiful black families nowadays. I love seeing families together, man. Um, Especially black families. I represent for my people, man. I love my people. I got no issues against no other race, but my people, I gotta stand up for the the person I see in the mirror. I gotta stand up for that reflection, for that color I see in the mirror, cause ain't nobody else will. You know what I mean? We gotta really take our women under our wings, man, and heal them, love them the right way. Tell them they're beautiful, give them confirmation of, let them know they're worthy. My mother had this tattoo on her arm, "I am worthy," and she was, man. My mother was, she was, she was a loving. She had a good. She had a chaotic soul, but she had a good heart, man. She was willing to help people, but she never could find that inner peace because she was hurt by men. She was hurt by, uh, I would say, besides her grandfather, I believe, she lacked that male love. You know what I mean? And her and my dad, they were married for 15 years, so I can't really, you know, But over time, you gotta think, man. Things happen, man, and you know, bring hurt to people. You hurt one another sometimes, but still, you know, it's just certain things that a woman. It's hard for women to let go. It's hard. A squirm woman, however you say it, man. It's not good, man. So, brothers, um, tap in with these women, man. Let these women know they love. We gotta uplift our black women, man. If we don't do it, like I said, nobody else will. And man, just continue to grow with one another. My brothers and my sisters, I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day, man. Y'all be blessed and stay safe. Enjoy the rest of y'all week.